And today we have got 10 points in 10 minutes with Dom Brightmon.
10 points in 10 minutes. Everybody's got 2 cents, but hey, I got 10 cents for you. My first cent for you. Know what you want and take massive intentional action to get it. Because if you're going to want to advance in life, you have to know what you want, and then you're going to have to take massive intentional action to get it. Because the thing is, it's one thing to know what you want because a lot of folks don't know. And once you know, you have to take the steps to get it. One way to do this is the 2020 method, where you write 20 different wonderful ideas down and then act on it. Second tip out of the 10, networking is the quickest way to advancement. And the way to advance yourself through networking is to walk slowly through the crowd. One of the greatest lessons I ever learned from John Maxwell is to walk slowly through the crowd, because you will gain so much by learning about other people, what they do, especially if you can help them reach their goals faster. Because one of the greatest ways to get the goals that you want out of life is to help others get the goals that they want out of life. Tip number 3, the hat trick. Hire a good coach and a mentor simultaneously. One mistake I made was that I had a mentor in the past, or at least I got many mentors, to be honest. But one mistake I made was not informing one of my mentors that I hired a coach, and that it could have worked out cohesively together with that coach. And when he brought up the point that, hey, you could have let me know and we could have tested out the information, see how it worked, and then we could have did an extra debrief about everything to see if you really got a good investment. And I did get a pretty solid investment, but I didn't maximize my investment. So always have a good coach as well as a good mentor in tandem if you can. Number 4, it takes time to get good, but it takes evaluated experience to enhance how much greater you become. One of the biggest lies that we are kind of shared anywhere in life, if you live long enough, is that hey, experience is your best teacher. Well, that's not true, because you can experience things all day long. It's kind of like the definition of insanity that Thomas Edison is noted for. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results. Evaluated experience is where you take stock of the experiences that you've had, like reflecting at the end of the day, seeing how far you've become, see what you've learned, and basically moving forward from a place of actual reflection and learning, as opposed to a place from just living. Next point, number 5, ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. One of my favorite sayings of all time is that closed mouths don't get fed. Since this is a particular channel, one of my favorite quotes that Greg Cardone sent in one of his emails that offended a few people, but I got a laugh out of, was "No balls, no glory." You have to really be able to put yourself out there and ask for what you want and have the confidence to do so, because one, closed mouths don't get fed. And if you don't have the confidence to get with what you want, you're going to have a lot of regrets. And those regrets will pound and compound over time and just weigh on you. Next tip, this one's number 6. Momentum is your friend. Keep it as long as you can. One of the many laws of leadership is that the law of momentum is your friend, because the thing is, when you're on positive momentum, when you're on a great win streak, things come a lot easier. People love being around a winner. People just love being around a winner. That's actually kind of one of the reasons why folks on social media who may have a big following of a massive amount of people, a lot of people tend to be drawn to that person, even more so if they have integrity behind their brand, because we like to gather where people are to see, oh, what's this commotion about? Oh, this person lit themselves on fire. What's going on? Heck, even I was at a speaking event at a local library, and I was giving a talk, and folks, parents and their kids were starting to come into the room where I was speaking, because they're like, what the heck is happening in here? Like, it sounds like a church in here. And it's all because of that wonderful momentum. Momentum is your friend. Point number 7. You can make more money in less time by working for yourself. You can make more money in less time by working for yourself. And this came to me after writing my first ever book, Going North, Tips and Techniques to Advance Yourself. My first ever book signing was at my local church. They've had known me basically since I was a baby, like literally christened at the church. I basically grew up in the church, and they're like, hey, he's one of our own. Let's support him. Sold over 100 books that day, made basically half of my salary at the time in 1 hour, all because I put in the work, put out a product, and selling over 100 copies of my book basically made a week's salary for myself. And that lesson showed me that, hey, there's no limit to your income if you can work for yourself and do it successfully. Next lesson. Have an open mind, but keep your core values intact. Have an open mind, but keep your core values intact. My 4 core values are respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Respect, integrity, service, and excellence. Respect for my fellow human. Be of a person of integrity, being honest with people because people are tired of leather jackets. They want the real leather. Sorry, vegans, not sorry. And service, serving other people because at the end of the day, we are better together in serving one another. And excellence is all about getting better and better and better because today's best will not be tomorrow's best because you have to always be growing. And that happens when you realize that you have to have an open mind to learn new things and always be growing. There's an old joke that an old dog can't learn new tricks. Well, that's actually a lie. As long as you're alive and you have the desire to learn and live a long, wonderful life, you can learn almost anything you want. And to close on that point, outread your competition to outlead your competition. Because if you can read more books, you'll eventually outlead your competition because readers are leaders. Next one, always raise the bar on yourself. Always raise the bar on yourself. Back when I was hosting my podcast in the second year, that month of September, 1 year anniversary, had like 14 episodes go live in that 1 month. And I felt tired after that. I'm like, man, I'm never doing that again. And then come 2021, when I actually had folks to help me with editing the episodes and outsourcing, 1 month, 23 episodes went out live because I was part of a book launch project. And I felt even more energized afterwards because I was like, wow, I put out more content than before. Back to the earlier lesson. Yesterday's excellence is not today's excellence. So always raise the bar on yourself. See how much far you can go. More reps, more sets, more books, more action. Taking that next step and always raising the bar on yourself. And the 10th and final one, my life mantra, advance others to advance yourself. Kind of back to the earlier tip of, hey, the quickest way to advancement is by networking with other people. If you can help others to advance in life, they will remember you in one way or another, and that good karma will come back to you. Because what you make happen for others, the universe will make happen for you. So always advance others to advance yourself. And that's my 10 and 10, even though I probably snuck in 15.
And that was 10 points in 10 minutes with Dom Brightmon.